So it ain't about how hard you hit, but about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. One of my favorite quotes by Rocky Balboa, it's usually a saying that I tell myself every time I'm going through hardships in life. Speaking of myself, my name is Anisha Nedlic. I want to say a sophomore here at UOG. My major, I am planning on majoring in physical therapy. So this summer I'm going to Hawaii for family vacation, but I'm also going to be scouting UH Manoa because I do want to graduate from University of Hawaii majoring in physical therapy. My future goals, I want to be a physical therapist for like an NBA player maybe. You ever watch that movie with Queen Latifah? She's like the physical therapist of this hot new basketball player and then they end up falling in love. Like my boyfriend is still going to be offended by this, but those are goals. I will be going over my connection to Guam and what I've learned from this class. So I am born and raised here. My mom is half Chamorro, half Kashayan, and my dad is Kashayan German. It was kind of like a clash of two cultures. I always had to adapt from left to right because in the Chamorro culture, my mom is kind of like the head of the house, but in my dad's culture, women have no say. So having this class has really benefited me when it comes to communication because every summer I used to go to Kashayan and I'd always have to keep in mind that how I speak to my Chamorro family is not exactly how I would speak in my Kashayan family. So, for example, if I was talking to a Chamorro elder, they like to joke around, they're pretty funny, but in the Kashayan culture, they do not take jokes. If you want to pass by them, you have to kind of bend forward, that way you don't see whatever they're looking at. It's kind of old school. Speaking of this course, I've experienced a lot. It's been a really rocky road. I'm not even sure if I'm passing, but I'm hoping that I do. In the beginning of the course, it was pretty smooth. I thought everything was gonna go well until I tried out for the Guam national rugby team and I made it. But then I made a choice to constantly keep up with my work or constantly keep up with my team. And I chose to keep up with my team. So I do not blame anyone but myself for my grade, but I am hoping that this speech somehow makes a dent. Although it's been a rocky road, I have learned a lot, especially the terms in communication, like intrapersonal communication, interpersonal communication, small group communication, interviewing, and so forth. My interest in this class is I love coming to class because we always have these group activities, and before class time I didn't really know who you guys were. I still kind of don't know your names, but you know, if I see you around school, I'll be like, hey, hi, I have you in communications. So to conclude my whole presentation, what I've learned in interpersonal relationships is what I think is important in interpersonal communications is good nonverbal and verbal communication, politeness, self-management, being able to listen well, and taking responsibility and accountability. Thank you.